Welcome to Your American Dream. I'm Anisha Jennings, and today we're serving up a story as sweet as the treats our guest creates. Get ready to discover how passion, perseverance, and a pinch of courage can turn a love for baking into a slice of the American dream. I'm so thrilled to invite Lily from Lila Vanilla. She owns a bakery and a cake shop, and they make very delicious desserts. So, thank you, Lily, for being on my show. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Lily, and I'm owner of the Lila Vanilla Bakery in Hamilton, New Jersey. So let me tell you my story. Long story short, about 12
Yes.
years ago, I moved from Moscow, from Russia, to Princeton area, West Windsor area, and I was living here. I didn't plan to live here actually. I planned here just to stay for some time, maybe for half year, and then go back. But then a bunch of stuff happened, and living in states as a resident, I realized that people here are so much nicer. The mentality is so much different, and I love to smile, and American people love to smile. That's what got me into the country, actually.
Yes.
So I was living here for years, and I didn't know what I'm going to do here. I used to work in the finance in Moscow back then, and I didn't plan to cook. I love to cook at home, but I now plan to cook and bake, especially. So and then almost 8 years ago, my family tragedy happened. My older brother passed away. Actually, he died by accident, and that was a huge drama for the family. And I was thinking I need to find a way how to keep living. And I was thinking, well, the only thing that helps me to get distracted all the time is cooking. So I started to bake every single day. I was getting up and baking until I'm tired and I'm going to sleep and getting up and baking again over and over every single day for like 4 months until I started. My friends started to ask me for orders, make me a cake, make me macarons or something like that. So I was making macarons by orders. I was making mousse cakes, and then I participated in a few international competitions online. And I was doing all kinds of desserts, like traditional cakes, cupcakes, tarts, or eclairs, everything. And that was the way for me to find what I like the most. So my passion was always mousse cakes and macarons. And I was thinking about maybe that's my dream, but I was afraid that if I keep doing the stuff when I have to, like I'm forced to by work, it's not gonna be my passion anymore. But I mean, surprisingly, here I am. Still love it a lot.
Yes. Yes.
So my older brother, he was always telling me that you need to find a job you love to do, then you will never feel like it's a job. You will just enjoy every day. So that's how I ended up. I love my job, and uh, it took me a years to open a bakery. Actually, like I don't know, about 4 years, 3 years, a lot. My parents support me a lot. Well, my family is the most important thing in my life. My parents, my younger brother, my daughter right now as well. She's helping me a lot in the bakery, and so I can tell you, when I opened the bakery, it was a lockdown. COVID was not
Mhm.
easy. I can tell you, it's still not easy because after COVID, we hit some kind of recession. I'm not sure how it goes. Anyway, you can feel the prices and ingredients and groceries are raising, which hurts bakery, any restaurant business in the first place, because more prices for ingredients, less profit we make. And like we can't raise prices, obviously, to the sky as ingredients because we're going to lose all the business. So it's not easy. It's really challenging every single day, but I love it so much. You have no idea. I love to come to work every day. I'm working 6 days a week in the bakery, but actually I'm always on my phone. There's emails, there's some social media, but I'm not bothered by it. I love it. I really enjoy my job so much, and I'm so happy that I have it. Even if it's not making me a rich person, unfortunately, yet, maybe. I'm getting there, I hope. But
You will.
I really love my job, and it's a huge part of my life. It's my dream, and I'm just feeling like I'm living a dream. Yeah, not perfectly easygoing one, but I love it, and it's my dream.
Amazing, amazing. Well, it definitely shows in all the products.
Thank
I
you.
mean, all the desserts you make. We just got our supreme croissants this afternoon, just before you guys
Oh,
close.
really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we love it. Ever since we've been there, we just love it. And We've ordered cakes for most occasions, my birthday, my mom's birthday, our everything. We get it from your place and we love
Thank
it. So what inspired the name Lila Vanilla? And how, I mean, you told us the story, but how did the name come to be Lila
You
Vanilla?
know, the original name for my Instagram was Nick and Lily. It was because my brothers, Nikolai, and Andrei, my younger brother, and Lily, it's me. So it was about three names. But then originally I was opening a bakery with my business partner, and we were thinking for a while about names. She came up with the name Lila Vanilla, so it rhymes and it's easy to remember. And also Lila is really close to my name as well. She left the
Yes.
business already, so now it's just perfect match. So
Yes, yes.
I love
Oh, that's so what were some of the unique challenges you faced as an immigrant starting a food business in the US?
it. Well, while I was opening the bakery, I was a green card holder, and the most scary part was, when you green card holder, there's never guarantee you will have it forever. Because
Hmm.
no matter what, I'm always a little paranoid about documents. Like I love everything to be in order and very organized. And you always have a risk that they're gonna decline at some point your next green card, or they're not gonna give you citizenship. So I was living and waiting. Will I ever have my business forever here, or at some point I can be denied the next green card? That was scary for me all the time because once you open a business, you have a roots here. That's it. You can't leave. For me,
Hmm.
this is forever. I'm not gonna close the business. I think the only way I can close the business if I'm dead. That's it. But I'm
Oh,
not gonna fight for this forever, no matter what. And I believe in myself that I'm gonna keep this business running for the rest of my life. I love it, and I don't plan to close no matter what. So once I get citizenship 2 months ago, I get like, yay! Now I'm done. Now it's all mine. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna stay here forever, and business gonna be run forever as well.
yes, yes.
No, I don't feel any challenge specifically as an immigrant for the business. In
Hmm.
this country calls country of opportunities, and that's true. And yeah, my language is not perfect. My accent is gonna be there with me forever, and it doesn't bother me. I guess everybody else is fine with me with, well, it's not easy to understand me all the time. I understand because I'm talking too fast. I know that even in Russian as well. It's because I have so much to say. But most of the time people are really nice and understanding. Sometimes of course somebody's not nice about accent, like I can't understand you or something, but
Hmm.
majority is still way nicer than people from my country, unfortunately. That's why I'm here, because the main reason why I decided to stay here, because people are so much nicer in general. No matter
Hmm.
right now, people getting, for last year I would say people really tense about this whole stuff happens everywhere. A lot of hate in this country recently, but
Hmm.
you will never reach hate level in Russia as we have hate level here. I love this country, no matter what. It's still way better,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Yes.
Yes, yes. So how has your cultural background influenced your baking style and your business approach?
um, for me, American desserts not gonna offend anybody, but they extremely sweet, and none of European people can eat this kind of stuff. And so many immigrants here from Europe and from other countries who doesn't understand American level of sweet. It's
Mhm.
really sweet. It's all buttercream, which we don't do this in Europe. We don't understand this kind of stuff. So all our cupcakes, even like all our traditional desserts, cupcakes and traditional cakes, they're still not as sweet as American ones. It's way lower level of sugar, and also there's no much fat as a buttercream. We prefer European style. We prefer lighter. We prefer more flavor, not just sugar flavor. Not
Mhm.
trying to offend American bakers. It's culture. It's different. I understand. I'm not forcing anybody to eat my stuff because I know people love buttercream a lot. It's cultural thing. Yes, I understand. But also there's many immigrants who's coming to me because we
Yeah.
love all these fruity flavors. We love good dark chocolate. We don't like buttercream. We like more bright flavor because of the flavor, not because of the sugar.
Yes, yes. For our listeners, I would like to tell you how dedicated Lily is, and she is so immersed in her work. She probably doesn't even recognize that I'm her customer because every time I step in there, she is so lost in her work. She's just, baking, and she's just so dedicated. And I really, really admire that about you. You like Yes,
Thank
I
you.
don't want to be disturbed at all. I am busy working. No, I'm not talking to anybody. And that's amazing. That's tell us, how did you get that work ethic and just, to avoid any kind of distractions while you're so immersed in your work?
It's always still distraction because when people come here and they want to talk about something like specific, and I have to stop everyone, and keep going and keep talking. Usually, I'm actually on the front on Saturdays, and I don't cook on Saturday. Always in the front with customers. That's why my day is all about talking. But if I don't do my job on Monday to Friday, then I have to stay here until midnight, which I not really like because I have a child to take care of.
Yes.
So honestly, I'm trying to focus and I'm trying to be very productive. It took me some time, maybe first half year in the bakery, when I tried to adjust my home baking to bakery baking. It's a different story. And I try to adjust my time management so I'm going to be as productive as possible. And now
Mhm.
I can run a lot by myself, but I also have a helpers, of course. I have a couple different bakers and I have a manager who is part-time, but still she's helping out in the front as well. So that's just priorities. I have a child to raise. I don't have a husband. We divorced, and he's not helping me with her, so it's all on me. And I have to somehow figure out my life between bakery and child, and that's why she's living in the bakery with me. She's always
It's
here.
amazing. She does such a good job. She's like
Oh, really?
so
Thank you.
customers, and she's like, okay, what
Thank
would
you.
you want? What you she's like, I can't even.
You
She's so
spend so much
young,
time with
and
me.
she's just, yeah, she's definitely a reflection of you, and she handles your customers really well. That I
Yeah.
can definitely
Thank
tell
you.
you.
She wants to help me. She see how much I work, and she wants to help me. So she's my mini me.
Oh, she's
Very
adorable.
helpful. Thank you.
So, can you share a memorable moment from your journey to US citizenship that particularly stands out?
I don't even know. I really spent almost 12 years to get citizenship. It was a long way. Everything was slow at the beginning, and then COVID slowed down everything. But I just so excited about how I got citizenship. I was so stressed. I was thinking, oh my god, there's no way to remember all these 100 questions, and I'm not a student who can sit every day and learn stuff. In my college in Moscow, I was never be able to do that. I was doing last night. I was studying the whole course, and then I was going passing tests like that. Somehow, I usually think quick. So I was doing the
Mhm.
same with citizenship. I was like, oh my god, I will never learn all this stuff. So in one evening, right the day before the citizenship test, I was studying all the 100 questions, and I learned them all in 2 hours. And I was panicking when I was sitting there waiting. I was so scared because for me, it's one of the biggest events of my life. I was waiting for
Mhm.
that for years, and I was jumping out of happiness when I got it. I was crying first in the officer office. I was sitting there crying. I was like, oh my god, I was waiting for so many years. I'm so happy. And then when everybody got the Pledge of Allegiance, everybody was doing that with his faces like you went to the grocery store, like, like, oh yeah, Pledge of Allegiance, and you got citizenship. It's a freaking event.
Yes.
I was jumping next to the when I got my certificate. It's a big event. You were supposed to be wanting that, and I was dreaming about it. So I was extremely happy, of course. And then my old employees, they're bringing me balloons and flowers. Yeah, it's a big
Oh,
deal. So I'm super happy about it. But finally, I got it.
congratulations. We're very
Thank
happy.
you. Thank
I
you.
still
Yeah.
have to apply for my citizenship, but we'll get there.
Yes, it just takes forever, but it will get there.
Yes,
It's a big deal
indeed.
for real.
So, what's been your most challenging cake creation, and what did it teach you about business or life?
I would say at the beginning the cubic Rubik, which is a 25 mini cubics, and they typically you can order. Can you hear me? Yeah, something with
Yes.
the internet, guys. So typically cubic Rubik cake, it's designed by Cedric Grolet. He's a French famous chef. He's a worldwide famous. He created this idea, I believe, about maybe 8 years ago, 6 years ago. So the original idea is a cubic Rubik stand, which is spins around the tiers. You know the cubic Rubik thing.
Yes. Yes.
So and I also was trying for competition, online competition from home. I was trying to make this whole cake stand from chocolate. So I actually made this whole cake stand out of chocolate and the middle tier spins as well. So you can eat not just the little desserts, you can also eat the cake stand, which is about a pound of dark chocolate. So that was like, I think, the most challenging one. So to make the whole idea out of chocolate and also spinning as well, that was a big deal. But
That's
very proud of
amazing.
myself. Yep.
You should be. Amazing, amazing. So, how do you balance maintaining your authentic flavors while still catering to American tastes?
I honestly don't do that much. I keep it in my own style, and everybody just like it.
Yes.
I do sometimes something like a carrot cake, but in a mousse version of it, like a European
Yes.
French cakes in a mousse version. People still like it. It's not familiar for local area. It's not it's not used to be familiar. So I was still pushing my style in my baking. People were curious at the beginning to try, so I was making small versions, personal size, so people can try before they order the whole cake. And now it's really popular, especially surprisingly, mango passion fruit is number one seller, no matter how American area is.
I
They
love
will
it.
like mango passion fruit.
Yes. It is amazing. I really love those
Thank
petit
you.
gâteaux that you make. That's
Thank
really,
you.
it's nice because some of us we don't want a full cake. We can't eat it, but having those little ones and we can taste everything. I love that.
Thank
We
you.
we just love your bakery. So
Thank you.
so how has the local community responded to your unique creations and story?
I would say even better than I expected because I was thinking, well, I'm working in a very conservative, old school American area. It's even more American Italian, I would say, which every other bakery they have cannoli, they have all these classic Italian desserts or
Mhm.
classic American desserts because all the people here, classic American, classic Italian. It's not like I'm bringing to a Russian community or European community. There's barely any of us from Europe,
Mhm.
but people try and stuff and they really like it, and I'm surprised. I would say I was thinking it's going to be less popular, but people are still curious to try. And for those who is still too conservative, we always have cupcakes and we have cake slices like tiramisu, for example, which of course I make from scratch as well. Still make it more European way, lighter. There's no buttercream. There's no heavy cream. We just use mascarpone as it's supposed to be. So we're trying to adjust the little desserts to to American taste, but still in a European way. Not overly sweet, not overly heavy. So people enjoy dessert as dessert, not as a whole like heavy stuff to finish dinner. Something little and light.
Yes. So I know your Supreme Croissants, you just like recently started it. It's like this year,
Actually,
maybe?
not really. We started last March, but nobody knew about that until the blogger
Ah,
posted about us, and then it became really popular.
yes. Tell us the story about how did that come to being?
I saw that guy, Josh. I saw him somewhere on Instagram, and I texted him, I believe November last year, like, how about you stop by in our bakery and try our Supreme croissants? I sent him a picture, and he was, oh yeah, definitely gonna stop by someday. He stopped 2 months later in December. He tried a few of them. He said, well, I have a really busy list, so I'm gonna post about you probably January or something like that. So he posted about us on January 8th, and there was, I believe, about 500,000 likes and views. It's an insane amount of people saw the video, and since then they're really number one seller in the bakery for almost the whole year already. The people keep
Yes,
coming for
yes.
them, so we have a bunch of different ideas for flavors, and we keep changing them because you don't want to come every week for the same flavor. You want to come and try
Yeah.
something else. So we keep trying different flavors and keep bringing new ideas.
Yes, it's amazing because it's like, oh, if you don't stop by Friday, Saturday morning, it's gone.
Yeah. Well, it's bring interest even higher, you know.
Yes, indeed. Yes, definitely. Um, so what advice would you give to other immigrant entrepreneurs who want to start a food business?
I will tell you, don't make the same mistake I did. Don't try to cook everything in the world. Don't try to make 50,000 different choices. Don't. It's gonna bring you to waste of money for all the ingredients you have to have in a bakery, and then you can't sell all of it. No matter what, no matter how good you are, you can't sell your all you made. So you have to choose the best for you. For example, if I'm doing the best mousse cakes, I'm not gonna bake traditional cakes. I have a baker who makes traditional cakes. She makes only two things. She makes only traditional cakes and cupcakes. That's it. I'm making only mousse cakes. My assistant, she makes slices and macarons, and another one, she makes cakes. So we're making really narrow selections of stuff. We tried at the beginning, first year, I think we were making, I don't know how many different options. We were making cheesecakes, we were making cookies, sugar cookies, gingerbread cookies, everything in the world. We tried everything. And then after first 6 months, we opened our payment system. We opened top 10 sellers, and then the rest we just removed from the menu completely. It doesn't make us any money. It just wastes our time, wasting money for ingredients. Don't do that. Try to choose what you make the best. Don't try to cover all possible selection. You can't do that. You can't be best in everything. Try to make a narrow selection and be best in that. And if you're best in your narrow area, people will come for you because you're the best in that. So I'm the best in most cases. People come for that here all the time. Same with the croissants. They're just great. Nobody makes them as I do. And that's why we have all these customers here all the time.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would agree with that. I love the croissants.
Yeah.
So how do you handle the pressures of special occasions like weddings where there's no room for error?
I used to work from home, I would say first 3 years. And then that was the time when I practiced a lot on the pressure stuff. And when I opened the bakery, I don't feel this pressure anymore because I have a still nerves by now. Nothing can stress me out like a lot besides some personal stuff. So I would say the only situation when you can't fix the problem when you drop it on the floor. The rest you can fix everything. Just pull yourself together, breathe out, and fix it. There's tons of ways to fix stuff. You always can offer different solutions, different ideas. You always can fix everything, unless it's on the floor. That's it.
That's a great insight. So, what is your process for creating new recipes and designs? How do you stay creative?
I can't follow recipes. It's boring. I didn't went to college for cooking. My college education is completely different story. So I was self-taught and I was spending hours and hours at home to practice on different creations, including these competitions. They were really challenging. My competitions I participated, they were giving you recipe to follow. So, and they were explaining how to make this and what if you change here, what's gonna happen. So by this practice all the time, I figure out if I change this part, for example, 50 grams less sugar in some recipe, what is going to change? So now when I see recipe, I don't need the description of the recipe. I just need the ingredient list. And I know how to make it. I know what I can change and what I cannot change and what flavors will work together. So I take all the stuff from my head. I have some basic numbers in my notebook. And then I'm taking, looking at it. If I want to change flavors, that's how I'm coming up with stuff. I know what works well together. And I'm just popping up with different recipes when I have mood for that. So I want to do this one seasonal, I'm going to do that. We change recipes almost every day. Just because I have mood for that, I have mood for that. I know myself, if I cook by recipes, I'm going to get bored and it's going to be hate, not job. And right now, I love it. I used to also work in a restaurant in Princeton for a year as a pastry chef assistant, which taught me a lot how to work in a commercial kitchen, how to work with the fine dining ingredients. It was a fine dining restaurant. And it taught me a lot how to create stuff because you have to create seasonal menu. So there's no limits. And there's so many ideas and opportunities. I will have no life enough to try all of them.
So when you came here, when you came to the US, what was life like for you and how did your parents help you and what kind of cultural shock did you experience and how did you navigate that?
I came here first 3 years, 4 years. I couldn't work because I didn't have permission for work. I was a student in an English school. Because my English when I came here was like barely any. I could speak. I knew a bunch of words. I have no idea how to put them together. Still not really well, but understandable. So my parents were supporting that. They were helping. I was working online to Moscow, and they would keep sending us money so we could live here on this money. I used to be married back then, and I think the most cultural shock was that people are really nice. I'm not used to that. Really, it's sad, but it's true. And amount of food in your grocery stores. Oh my God. I'm from Moscow. I'm from one of the biggest cities in the world. Nothing compared to States. any kind of Whole Foods in the middle of nowhere in New Jersey is incredibly. It's incredible how much bigger it is, how much bigger selection of different foods. I'm still sometimes going to even ShopRite. It's smaller, but still, you go in there, and I'm still like, oh my god, I never tried that. I never tried that. It took me 12 years. I'm still like that. Grocery shopping is my favorite shopping still. It's so many cool things to try. All these international options. I never had this in Russia. I think it's the most amazing thing of stuff of the country for me. And also that you can't go anywhere without car. I
Yes.
love driving, but still, I mean, you can't even walk anywhere. That's a problem.
Yes.
I love to walk.
Yes. I know I had that fear too when I came in here. I'm like, there's no way I'm driving here because of the lanes and the speed and everything was so organized. But yeah, I mean, you have to.
Yep.
So, what's your proudest moment as a business owner?
I'm very self-conscious, I guess, close. I'm not feeling like I'm doing something great because that's my everyday life. And when it's your everyday life, you don't feel like you're supposed to be proud of it. It's just my daily basis stuff. And then when my parents or my daughter or somebody else tell me that you have a business in a different country which you opened being immigrant, you learn different language and you run business in this language and you doing all the documents and financial and everything, all the lawyers, everything in English, and you're supposed to be proud of it. I don't feel like it, It's my everyday life. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be proud. But when I'm trying to think on a different side, yeah, actually, I came from a different country. I have a child which I'm raising by myself. I have a different language, so I speak in two languages now. And all this paperwork, all this financial stuff, it's all on me. Yeah, I'm supposed to be proud. Actually,
Absolutely.
picture.
Absolutely. And I think as immigrants, we have that culture where we don't really take time to celebrate our achievements.
Yep.
And it's across like so far, I've interviewed so many women, and it's the same thing. Like, I think it's like the immigrant, I think the way we are raised that we don't take
Yes.
time to celebrate our achievements. It's like, okay, you hit this milestone, what's next? What's
Yeah.
next?
Yep.
Keep going. So
That's just
yeah.
what you have to do. There's not something special. You just have to do anyway. So there's no
Yes.
feeling of being proud of that. It's just your
Yes.
job and you have to do it. Otherwise,
Yes.
what?
Yes, I resonate with that. So how do you maintain quality while growing your business?
I at this point I had a choice with this grocery prices. I had a choice either I'm lowering quality for the bakery, for the grocery, for the I'm sorry, for the my baked goods, or I'm oh my god, I can't speak anymore. Or I'm losing my profit, and I prefer to lose my profit because I can't step on my pride and lower the quality of ingredients. I'm just gonna trying to maintain somehow here and there. That's why I'm trying to cut some ingredients. For example, I stop making hazelnut or stop making pistachio, or I charge for them extra because it's really expensive. Or I'm trying to change my recipes for more, like adjust them still good, but somehow more money saving for me. But at this point, I'm just preferring losing profit a little bit, but I'm not gonna go low in quality. I can't step on my standards. I can't step on my pride. I can't do that. I can't go, for example, to candy melts instead of chocolate. I can't do that. I open the bakery to be the best quality, to offer the best European quality. I can't just stop like that because I want more money. It's not how it works. I'm gonna lose my permanent customers because of that. So I'm just gonna keep the quality. Yes, I'm gonna have low profit for some time. I hope it's gonna be changes eventually, but it is what it is.
Love your pistachio croissants too. That's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's actual pistachio paste. I can't do artificial flavors. It's just nonsense for me.
Yes.
Buy the stuff in grocery store. Why would you open a bakery and use artificial flavors? That's not how it works. In my mind,
Yeah.
you want to open a bakery, you must be better than grocery stores. That's it.
Absolutely. So, how do you manage being a mom and also running your business and still being able to raise your child so well?
Not easy. Well, I mean, there is no choice, I don't have a choice. Am I either doing that or what? I don't have. She's already here. I can't unborn her. She's there, and she's. I can tell you, I'm so lucky with her. I was thinking about maybe someday I want a second child, but I'm so afraid it's not going to be as great as this one. I'm afraid to do this step. And she's super kind. She's really nice. She sees how much I work and she wants to help me. I'm not forcing her. She's always here to help me because she wants so. And I was paying her when I can. And now she told me, Mama, I see you have less customers. Don't pay me. I'm gonna help you like that just because I want to help. You need money for bills. She understands that like nobody. She is just the best thing I could ever have in my life. I'm so really lucky about her. And yes, I'm trying to organize her extra classes in the same time. When she's with me here, sometimes she's in the back end doing online classes for something like for Russian language, for example, so she can speak with her grandparents. And I'm trying to figure out time for dance classes for something else and a lot of things. On the weekend, I'm trying to spend time with her. My day off Sunday, it's always with her. I'm trying my best. It's not easy, really.
Well, you're doing a great job, as we can see in your all your creation, the cakes, the cupcakes, everything is great. And she is amazing. So you are definitely doing a great job. So what's your vision for Lila Vanilla's future?
Well, I'm very ambitious person, and my dream is to be world famous eventually. I hope I'm getting there. That's why I'm here.
Yes, yes.
Little step by step, little by little. I have some bloggers coming. I have some interviews sometimes for some newspapers. Yeah, it's small, it's local, but well, I have to start somewhere. Is everybody else? I don't want to open second location anytime soon, and I was actually thinking. Sorry for this noise. My Roomba. Sorry. So I was thinking in the future, I would think about franchising, maybe. Maybe I will open some storefront in Philadelphia, where is the Russian area, because it's not just Russians, all Eastern European people who knows what I'm doing. They come from Philadelphia a lot here, and I think if I open a storefront there, it's gonna help a lot. Not kitchen, but just some small store for deal. Maybe I will collaborate with some bakery or some restaurant to sell my desserts for them. So I'm not planning to do this stuff anytime until next summer probably. It's just too busy. This year was a really mess and I need to organize stuff better here. So, and also Christmas season is really busy than Valentine's, but after that I was thinking maybe about franchising. I had an offer for franchising, so maybe I'm gonna do something about that.
So you do have an experience of opening another branch, and do you want to? Yes. Do you want to? Do you want to share about that experience as a learning lesson? I'm sure you learned a lot from that, and if anybody is looking at you as like a role model to start their business, or any other immigrant women who want to start their business, what would be your takeaway from the experience? If you can talk briefly about the experience and your takeaway.
I would tell you really sad advice, which I can give. From my Russian background, I can tell you that don't trust anybody, which I never trusted. And that time I trusted, that look how it ended up. So don't trust anybody. Do it by yourself. If you feel like you can do it by yourself, then don't. Then wait until the moment you feel the power, you can do it. Because now, it took me a while to realize that I can do all this business by myself. My business partner, she just left because she didn't want to do it anymore. So, and at that point, it was the point when we met. She doesn't want to do it anymore, and I feel I can do it by myself. So that's when we split. And the previous story with the Red Bank location, we trusted a third party, which was a big mistake because I don't know why we decided to trust, but it was a really bad idea. So we end up without a store, without money. We lost almost everything. We almost lost this business as well. It took, I think, a year at least to recover, and still recovering right now. But most of the debt is paid. Working day and night for that. I was working from January to July, I would say, from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every single day. And I was working nonstop to save it because I couldn't afford to lose my dream. And I was thinking, I will do anything I need. I will do whatever it takes, and I will save it. Well, here I go, I save it. Not without my team, who was working with me as well, super late, and they helped me a lot. I appreciate them a lot. That's without this team, I would be nowhere. I got the dream team for real, the best people I could ever have.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, thank you so much for being on my show. I really appreciate your time. I know how busy you are. So tell our listeners if they want to find you or come stop by, how do they reach you?
So we take all the orders usually online on lilavanilla.com. But I also always on Instagram day and night as well. So there's a small plaza in Hamilton which has Gennaro's restaurant, Halo Pub ice cream, and there's St. Gregory Church across the street. That's the main parts of Hamilton. Everybody knows them here. So if you describe where to find, you say Gennaro's restaurant. He's here for almost 30 years, and St. Gregory Church. That's how to find us. So the address is 4607 Nottingham Way, Hamilton, New Jersey, and Google it, Lila Vanilla. It's going to be right there.
Yes.
And we open every day except Sunday. I need one day off.
Yes, you do.
All the time I'm here, and I'm trying to reply emails even on Sunday. I'm always replying. If I see something, I'm replying everybody as soon as I see and as I have my hands free, I'm replying emails and Instagram as well. I'm trying my best.
You are definitely doing your best, and thank you so much for being on my show, taking the time on your day off.
Not yet,
your
it's tomorrow.
weekend. Yes, but it's like you
Still
close
cleaning
early
here.
on a Saturday.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. I appreciate it, and this was amazing, and I had so much fun chatting with you.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I hope we're gonna get famous.
Yes, you will.
Thank you very much.
As we wrap up this delightful conversation with the creative force behind Lila Vanilla, remember that success, like the perfect cake, requires the right blend of ingredients: passion, patience, and persistence. Whether you're starting a business or pursuing citizenship, let her story inspire you to keep mixing, keep baking, and keep believing in your dreams. This is Anisha Jennings reminding you that sometimes the sweetest victories come to those who dare to create their own recipes for success. Until next time.